This is the Above Average Podcast, and you are listening because you want an above average life. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Above Average Podcast, the podcast where we talk to above average people about their above average lives. Now, today's a little bit of a different one. So, one of the reasons I started the show was to give people a platform in which to tell their stories and share their messages. I'm honoured to be able to tell my guest's story today, or at least help her tell a story. We're going to be covering some very personal stories today. We're going to be including emphasis on domestic violence and abuse. So this is your warning if you are a little bit sensitive to that subject matter or it may affect you in any way. But I would urge you to listen on because it is a very powerful story. So today's story isn't an easy one to hear, but I truly believe it is very powerful. My guest is a former paramedic turned business owner, coach and speaker. And after suffering through a truly terrifying relationship, she's here to help spread awareness of what to look out for, how to build yourself back up, and maybe even talk about her favourite conspiracy theories. So please welcome Rachel to the show. How are you doing, Rachel?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. And I respect you fully for coming on as well. So, because when I was originally reached out for you, it was going to be about fighting. It's going to be about the fighting you do.
Oh.
Because I was like, that could be an interesting topic. Because I've had a few male fighters on, but never a female fighter. And I thought that could be an interesting dynamic. And then we totally went down a different rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start with a bit of background on you, just to let people know a bit more of what you're about. So you grew up around the west end of Newcastle, but you moved to the countryside at 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that change like for you? Was it a massive change of lifestyle?
At the time it was,
Mm-hmm.
but looking back now, it was probably the best thing
Yeah.
that could have happened at
Nice.
that age. Being
Okay.
14, 15.
Because it's quite a like sort of seminal age. Like it's where like you sort of develop who you are and who you want to be. So
Yeah, and what, probably living in the West End, what path you go down.
yeah. You can go down many paths in the
Yes,
west
you
end of
can
Newcastle.
go down many paths. Yeah, you could. So my mum and dad were business owners. They sold their businesses, retired into the countryside,
Nice.
and opened a B&B
Nice.
just for that.
That is the
time.
that is the dream. Were they ever on like 4 in a bed or anything like that? Were they ever going to go on TV?
What we used to say you should go on. And then,
Yeah.
what was the meal one? There was
I don't know.
a cooking one. And you went to people's houses and they all cooked
Oh,
for
come
you.
down with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mum was a really, really good cook.
Right. Okay.
So what was used to say you should do that too.
I got invited to apply for that show through yes. I got DM'd by like the producer of the show, and she was like, "Hi, we're looking for interesting people to come on and that." And I was like, "My house is a tip. You are not bringing cameras into my house." So,
No, that would be really interesting.
but I'm not a chef either, though. I was like, "You can have like some bland chicken with some herbs on and hot sauce, and then that's pretty much all I cook."
Like burnt black pudding.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But we actually had one of the guys we've had on here before. He was on the show as well, and he says it's completely different how they make it look on the TV.
Yeah.
He was like, when they make the food, it's all cold by the time they get to eat it because they film the food from every angle and stuff. And he was like, I made ice cream and it was melted by the time I brought it out, so it looked shit.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that's so a bit of behind the scenes for everyone listening as well.
I think that's like all TV shows though, isn't it? It's all
Oh, yeah.
fake.
Yeah. This is all fake as well. You said when you
Yeah.
walked in as well, you were like, I thought it was like a full studio. It's just like an attic as well. Is it less impressive being here in person? do
No,
you think?
it's not.
Yeah, cool.
It is
Well,
impressive.
well, obviously, like I said, we just got the lamps in as well, just to make it look a bit nicer for everyone watching. But what was the biggest change, do you think, from the lifestyle moving from the West End to the countryside? Was it? I'd imagine more peaceful.
Less of a social life.
Okay.
I think when I was in Westerhope, we were out every night. We were doing what kids do, like head shopping,
Yes.
maybe a little bit of alcohol on a weekend, and just always being with friends.
Yeah.
A lot of drama at that age. And then when I moved, there was nothing. Just nothing.
Stillness.
Not even street lights.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
Yeah.
no street lights, on my own, a lot of alone time. So yeah, I kind of think that's where my journey begun
Mhm.
as well. Like I would say I'm a little bit spiritual.
Okay. Yeah.
My spiritual journey begun.
Enjoying being around nature and stuff a bit more. Yeah. No, I can see that. So what? But then, what made you want to be a paramedic then?
So when I think I was 18, I ended up working in the NHS
Okay.
as a healthcare assistant, and then went into nursing assistant, and I met an old friend I haven't spoken to her for years now called Trina, and she was a nurse and a paramedic.
Nice.
And there was a ward in this hospital. It was in Alston. There was a daycare unit, a GP, and then like a little emergency centre. And all the emergencies that came in, I loved it. I absolutely thrived being in there. And Trina turned around one day and said, I wasn't happy anyway. I didn't like the drama of being a nurse.
Okay.
It's very, very dramatised.
Wait, do you mean the drama like between
Yeah.
staff or like?
Gossip.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Well, that's what I found when I was there.
Okay.
You can't say like everywhere's the same.
Yeah.
But they were slightly. And Trina just turned around and said, "You're meant to be a paramedic." So I looked. I just one day Googled it, and Sunderland were doing their first paramedic degree. So I was the first cohort at Sunderland.
Nice.
2018. I think
Nice.
it was 22 of us. So I applied. 2 weeks later, I got the interview. I got in, passed the maths and English, and that was it. I was away.
Nice. So was it like a lot? What was the main difference that you found? Why did you love the sort of the nurses? Like, what was the thriving bit that you mentioned there? Was it like
I
the
think it was
the
adrenaline.
chaos?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
chaos,
say yeah.
I've always thrived in chaos.
You can handle stressful situations well then,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah, because obviously I can't imagine being very good paramedic or a very good nurse if you just start flapping whenever someone comes in.
Although I met a few flappers on the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially when I was training.
they mustn't last long.
No, they were there the whole 3 years I was there. So
No one kicked them out.
I think a lot of them become quite poorly quickly.
What, like from stress and not,
Yeah.
yeah.
And not being able to handle the trauma. Because it is very traumatising.
Oh yeah, I can well imagine. Like, what was the most stressful situation that you ended up in being a paramedic? That you can maybe that you can tell. I don't know what the rules are for what you can and can't tell.
Children.
Yeah. Okay.
Children hurt. I saw some very traumatising things, but it was always children. If you would go into a house and it was for a child, and there was obviously abuse there, that was heartbreaking.
Do you think was the one call that really stuck out to you that you remember, or?
I remember a little boy who we went to, and he was just in a nappy. He was really quite sick. He was really sick, and we went in, and it was like Blythe way.
That says it all, really, when you say Blythe. Yeah.
It wasn't Blythe. It was somewhere next to Blythe. I'm not sure where it was. The house was a mess. This little boy was really sick. The mum had no medicine for him, nothing. But there was a Chinese on the table, so she had had a Chinese the night before, but she couldn't afford medicine. Just you told him like come on, and that I'm getting goosebumps now. That stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Thinking like, how can a parent, if you're sick, your child was sick, has been sick the night before. It hasn't just happened now. This has been occurring over the past few days.
Yeah.
You've got no money, but you can buy Chinese, but you don't have Calpol.
Yeah.
It's that stuck.
Yeah, that's just straight up neglect, isn't it? Like, I feel like people like that just shouldn't have kids around.
No.
Like, I just think if you have a child, I mean, I'm not a parent yet, but I know when I am, that child is going to come before anything else. I will starve as long as that child is okay. Do you know what I mean? But speaking of children, you have a son yourself. Yes. So when during this journey did you have your son?
Was it my third year of uni? I became pregnant. No, second year.
Okay.
I was coming into my third year. I had him in the November. I had 4 weeks off, and then I got the Christmas off, and then I was straight back out in January. And then I went into my third year because I was a May starter.
Was that another stressful situation to thrive in, where I have a child, but I'm also at uni? Because I can imagine that's just
I used to take him.
Oh, you used to take him to uni?
Yeah, I used to take him to uni.
Like, you will learn from a young age, son.
So I used to take him. I was allowed to take him into the class. Obviously, there was only 20 of us. And we're all quite close. There was a couple of different groups, quite close to all the lecturers as well. I used to take him. I used to go off, breastfeed him, come back, and yeah, he's just a baby. He's not doing anything, is he?
Yeah, true. Yeah,
he was happy.
Yeah,
he wasn't crying.
Did everyone like fuss over him as well?
Yeah. Some of the lecturers would take him and just like burp
I just had this weird when like you see it on I don't know whether they still do it, but do you remember when like you used to have like a class pet or something and like everyone would like fuss over the class? But was he
that was Forrest. Yeah, that was absolutely Forrest. I've got some pictures of like my old uni friends with him, and I look back now and think it's so funny. One of the pictures, I'll tell you off camera what it is. I don't think I can talk about it here, but you will laugh your head off at this picture.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I just imagine. I never got the uni life. I went to college and then just left to do a job. I hated education. Like, I later fell in love with self-education, but I think that's probably why I have a podcast and I'm not out there saving lives, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't really that much in education either. I liked researching. I loved self-education until I went to uni.
And then
But
you're like, oh,
now-
fuck this.
I probably would never go back to uni.
Do you still study much, like self-study now? or-
Self-study.
Yeah, what are you studying like at the minute?
I'm reading a book, The Body Keeps the Score.
Okay, nice. What's that about?
It's about trauma. It's where
Oh, okay,
trauma
yeah.
gets held in your body.
You mentioned something about that to me on the phone. You mentioned like, and sort of, was it like the jaw and the hips and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You thought, yeah. That's quite interesting. Obviously, we'll get into a lot of that as well because I'm curious because I've seen a lot of the trauma release stuff online, and a lot of people I think don't fully buy into how powerful that can be. I've had like an energetic alignment at one point from a woman called Stanzi Langtree, and that was just a weird experience because like
Do you feel it in your body?
like I wanted to, but like but me being me, I'm quite like I can get like quite resistant to things. So I could, but like what it highlighted in me was that resistance that I didn't know was there. So I think if I did it more and more, I think I would slowly break that down.
Yeah, you need to let go.
Yeah, I have trouble with that. I'm very much like a clenched fist kind of guy.
Let go
Like-
of control.
Yeah, I don't know whether I could. Maybe we'll see. I've done a few like meditation stuff I can't do, but I haven't delved into sort of like I've done like flotation things like that, like where I've got to like surrender
Flotation
myself.
tank.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them. I did my first one in Leeds, and I did the whole 90-minute one, like the long one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was just like dived into the abyss.
Did you fall asleep?
Yeah, it was lovely.
It's
Turn
like
the lights off, the music off, and I'm just there.
yeah, I'm a little bit scared of water and stuff, but I was fine with that. Like I can't swim. Just for anyone listening, I can't swim. I know you don't swim in a flotation tank, but like yeah, I was a bit like getting in, you know. But after a while, you're like yeah.
Water is terrifying. You can
Yeah.
drown in like 2 inches of water. Is it 3 centimeters of water?
So you can drown in it. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I remember when I was a kid. This is so random. When I was a kid, I was like playing in a pool on holiday with some friends that I'd made, and what really got me was I thought I was a good swimmer because I did like swimming lessons and stuff until like you know when pools do that whole dip, like that gradual like sort of
Yeah.
dip, and you go on the deep end, and like I didn't know that was a thing when I was a kid. And like the beach ball that we were playing went over the deep end, and I kind of went to get it, and then just slipped on that bit because I was like obviously standing on the bottom, and I just couldn't get myself back up, and I was like terrified ever since. So
Well, you're here, so
I'm just staying away from pools and water, Rachel. That's what it is.
I didn't know pools did the bottoms lifted up and down until I started taking Forest for swimming lessons.
I'm sorry, they do what now?
Yeah.
They do what
yeah.
they what you can
You can lift them up and down.
since when?
I don't know. I was watching it and I was thinking because they had to move Forest from the little pool to the big pool because something I think the little pool was contaminated or something.
Some little kid peed in it or something. Yeah.
That was probably for me. I used to love peeing in pools. Anyway,
Like
and I
it's
was
too
just
cold.
watching-
Let's warm it up.
yeah. I was watching come up thinking, since when has that happened?
I didn't know that was a thing. I've avoided swimming baths for years, just purely on the basis that I can't swim.
I don't like chlorine. I won't put chlorine in my skin or my hair.
Why? Just like
It's bad for you, isn't it?
that's true. I used to burn my eyes as well, and plus being blind, I have to take my glasses off when I go in pools and stuff like that. So it's even worse for me.
Have you not got used to being blind? Have you not? I'm extremely blind.
Do you not wear like
Really
glasses and
blind.
stuff though?
No, we should see that I'm sparring. I've just got.
You drove here?
used to it, yeah. But-
I've got a spare pair. Do you want to take some with?
So that's the thing. So when I was little, I had a really bad accident and I
Okay.
damaged the optic nerve in my right eye.
Okay.
So since then, I used to wear an eye patch as well, an eye patch for a little while, glasses. But what they say now is because I've got really bad stigmatism,
Oh yeah. Okay.
so that outweighs me being long-sighted, so I don't need glasses to drive, which is wild.
that is very strange.
Yeah, I keep them with us.
I just look boring without my glasses as well. It's a looks thing for me as well.
Yeah.
I've got like a very boring face without glasses, you know.
I don't think I do. Yeah, you do slightly.
Everyone fucking says that as well. Everyone's like, yeah, you look boring. Put them back on.
No,
Yeah,
you've
it's
got
great.
quite like a striking face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment, guys.
You
I'll take that as a
should.
compliment. Yeah, I do the flirting on this podcast, not the guest. So obviously, like I mentioned at the beginning, we were going to dive into some deep stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I know you were more than comfortable to talk about this. I say comfortable. You were ready to talk about this more than comfortable, I guess. So let's get into it. So obviously, you were in this highly abusive relationship for 2.5 years. Is that right? About 2
Yeah.
years. Yeah. So you're a paramedic. You have this little boy. You train at the gym, and that's where you met this guy, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like at the beginning? How did that relationship sort of start?
Like from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I had split up with Forrest's dad.
Mhm.
Obviously, I was in my last year at uni. We had been rushed through uni because of COVID.
Oh,
This
okay.
was- it
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Of
The
course.
start of COVID. I had split with him. Still rather hormonal, extremely hormonal.
Mm.
I didn't really know myself at all. I was quite confused. At that point, I was actually thinking, I don't even want to do this anymore
Mm.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
And I had been going into conspiracy theories.
Okay. I think. Do you know, I think everyone during COVID was like, "This is a conspiracy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had kind of known about a year or two before. That's why I never got the vaccine.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
And I used to do a lot of running, going to the gym, and I used to post me running on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would get in touch saying he's having a bad time. Could he come for runs?
Okay.
And that's how it started.
So he trained at this gym and then found you on Instagram?
Yeah, so we met at a gym. That's how we knew, like, and through a friend. And then we had each other on Instagram. And then he would message.
Okay. Right. So what was it? Just like general banter at first? Like, oh, can I come for a run? Like, was it,
Yeah.
or was he straight in with like, I feel shit, I need to go for a run?
No, it was, he would reply to some stories just having banter. And then when it was the running, it was like, oh, I'm having a really bad time. Could I come? I could do with fitness.
Yeah.
Being in a good mindset.
Okay.
But he also knew what I was doing at the time. So he knew I was trained to be a paramedic, had the
Mhm.
empathy, compassion.
Okay. Because you said he kind of mirrored your behavior a little bit. Like, he was kind of saying he was into running and climbing and stuff, but then you were kind of like, well, you can't climb for shit. So.
Yeah, so I used to do a lot of mountaineering,
Hmm.
a lot of hikes, and he would mirror, oh, I've always wanted to go hiking, I've always
Okay.
wanted to do this, can I come? And
Mhm.
he came with us. I think it was after like maybe the third time, I found out he was scared of heights.
Okay.
That's what was so hike.
That's good for someone that wants to climb.
Yeah.
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 But it's also the sign of, like we were saying, like a narcissist as well.
Mirroring.
Yeah. So what is, in all the time that because you've obviously went away and looked up all this, you know now what these signs obviously were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did that just seem normal to you at the time that he was like, oh yeah, I want to try this and like I want to come along?
I had no awareness of those types of people.
Okay.
None at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just none. Like, I knew people played on things.
Yeah.
You know, like going to a patient's house, oh, I'm sick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I get it. You need attention. That's fine. But I was not aware of toxic people or narcissists, sociopaths,
Mm-hmm.
whatever category they go in.
Yeah, because I hear narcissist these days, and a lot of people throw it around as sort of like everyone they know that didn't do something that they like is a narcissist. Or it's like your last 4 partners were a narcissist. It's like, it's very unlikely. And I think
Yeah.
people don't fully understand the depth of what it means. Like, most people just see it now as someone that's like disagreeable or does something that they don't like. It's like, no, there's like, that's just someone who you didn't get on with for a second. Like, a true narcissist will like fuck you up massively. Yeah.
Mhm. Or it's like people call narcissists when, like, say if I'm projecting my wounds onto you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not aware that I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then people think that I'm a narcissist. But
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm just projecting a wound
Yeah.
that I'm not self-aware of.
Yeah. Narcissists
Yeah.
very much lack the empathy side of things
Yeah,
as
no
well.
empathy.
No.
None
This,
at all.
yeah. I think, I'm pretty sure, I don't know the brain chemistry behind it, but I'm pretty sure it's not like they, like, didn't develop it. It's just they don't have the ability to do that.
It's so you can be born that way,
Mhm.
and then you can develop it through childhood.
Mm-hmm. Was that ever something you looked at? His childhood? Have you ever looked into his, or did you find sort of a reason, I guess? Or
So, no, you never ever.
yeah.
You'll never find a reason. So he told me a little bit about his childhood, but I just don't. You can't believe it.
Yeah.
You don't know, even if it is true, that doesn't give that person the right to do what you've done.
Oh, yeah.
I had childhood trauma. I'm not doing that to people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So the relationship with a narcissist is very much full of highs and lows. You described it almost like an addiction.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. So what was that like? What was the day-to-day life with him like in that way?
So one day it could be very loving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would do stuff together. There would be no... You could walk around and there'd be no... Like, I don't really know how to explain it. Say if we were walking around the Metro Centre,
Okay.
there'd be holding hands, lots of touching,
Mm-hmm.
Some flowers. Would you like this? There's no... If I'm looking around, he's not asking what I'm looking at, who I'm looking at, why are you doing this, why are you doing that.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you could be there again, and he's kicking off. I don't want to be here, huffing and puffing. Sleep deprivation is a massive one. Everything you do is wrong. You're cooking, like say if you cooked a meal, what's that meal? Gets a takeaway, that sort of stuff.
Oh, really? None of this great, like, obviously, like we said, none of the gratefulness for, like, you just made this for him and stuff, yeah?
No, you're never grateful.
No.
No.
Because you mentioned as well, just the looking around and stuff like that. You mentioned when you'd past the stage of your life, you were away from him. You had when you walk around the Metro Centre, it was very difficult for you to socially engage with that because of having to like stare at the floor a lot of the time.
Yeah, I remember that really quite vividly. Me and a friend, Jemima, sent by Source, God, whatever you want to call it, completely guardian angel. We went to the Metro Centre and I had went to get something that he took away from me, and I wanted it back. I wanted to like take my power back.
Yeah.
And I remember walking, it's where the cinema is.
Yeah.
Walking that way and looking up and just being so overwhelmed by the light, by the floor in the shops, the people. I just had a massive panic attack, huge panic attack, just from looking, being able to look up. I remember lifting my head up and thinking, I haven't done this for months.
Yeah.
Without fear, without the fear being there.
Was it like his sort of shadow next to you kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of other mind games did this guy play with you as well? I'm just, but you can. I've said this before, but I'll say it just for people. You can expand as much or as little as you want on this. It's just to give people because the idea behind this is I want people to really examine their relationships and any future relationships so they can avoid anything that happened to you. So
when I think about the mind games, I have a little giggle. Like when we discussed it on the phone, I kind of laugh now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what on earth? What the hell?
Yeah.
So there's one that I always remember, and it's so... I don't even know what the word is. You know your fridge? In your fridge, you got your temperature gauge.
Yeah.
So if I had been shopping, or if we'd been shopping, we'd bought food, put it in the fridge, it's cool, it's on like number 3. And then I'd go in the fridge and all the food would be frozen. So I'd say, have you done this? Like, have you turned the temperature gauge up? No, I haven't done it. Okay, turn it back down. A couple of days later, it's back up. And you're thinking, have you done this? Like, have you done it? Are you doing it? Am I going crazy?
Yeah.
And then you turn it back down, it would happen again, and it would just happen and keep on happening. And then eventually, once he was gone, that didn't happen anymore. Things would move in the house quite a lot. He would do things in front of me. This was around a year and a half in. He would do certain things in front of me and tell us that he hadn't done it, even though I had watched him. He would gaslight me so much and change my reality that I just didn't know if he had done it. But he had. Yeah.
That's what. But why did they do it? Why did they do that?
I think it's a form of control.
But there's control, and then there's making someone think they're crazy.
It's a form of control.
Yeah.
That is control. I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got full control of my life and my reality and how I'm perceiving that reality.
Yeah. But you said that, because obviously I remember I interviewed a lady called Ree Pearson at the very beginning of the show, and I was shocked that a lot of the time it's like people get into relationships with these kind of men, and then it's sort of a gradual progress into abuse, into violence.
Yeah.
But like for you, when did it start? Because was it like right at the beginning for you?
Yeah, around 2 months in.
Okay.
what I think that stemmed from, so before getting Jemima back in my life, and he was in my life, I just thought he was an arsehole.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was the alcohol or the drugs, and those were the problem. It wasn't him. It was the drugs and alcohol. Until Jemima came back into my life, and she made us realise it's not drugs and it's not alcohol.
Yeah. How often was he drinking and doing these drugs?
The drugs now, I think then I thought it was maybe just every weekend.
Yeah.
But he would go on, you know, like
Binges.
the sessions. But at the end, I found out it was every day. It was prescriptions, cocaine, alcohol. I think was maybe just on the weekends. But honestly, I'll never know.
Yeah.
I just won't truly know. And that stemmed for me, I would say, from childhood. So my dad had a bit of an alcohol problem. He had his businesses, obviously 4 kids.
Yeah.
Everything else going on. He would go to work and then he'd go to the pub and he would drink alcohol and he became really dependent on it. And then his behaviour changed towards my mum, which that wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
But my mum, at one point, well, she got to the point she said, no more. Like, foot is going down. And he changed.
Yes. So that you kind of sort of could see that maybe it's happening for you in this relationship, yeah. Did you ever have a discussion with him about it? Like, you need to change or I'm kind of gone?
Yeah, he would always. So it's called future faking. So they will fake a change and they'll fake a future with you. And they'll tell you they're going to change and they're trying. But they're just finding more ways to hide it.
Yeah.
This is a one. So, you know, cocaine, you sniff it, usually. He went from sniffing it, so I couldn't see him sniff it, or I couldn't see it on his nose, or any issues going on with his nose, to liquid.
Okay.
To hide it.
Okay. I didn't even know you could take it in liquid form.
Yeah.
How do you, what do you do with liquid form? Like, inject it, drink it, what?
I'm assuming it's probably like nasal sprays.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Because it was in like a bottle. And you could squirt it.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. They just hide things. They get better at manipulating, I would say.
Well, one of the things that, going back to, again, my previous podcast, talking about this, was a question that a lot of women who've been through these situations get asked is, well, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you get out? Like, if this is happening to you, why didn't you just leave? Now, me and you know that's not a great question to ask.
Yeah.
But what is your answer to that? How would you answer that question? If someone's, because did anyone say that to you at that time?
No. The people who knew and they could see the changes actually left. They didn't want to be a part of it. They didn't want to help. And that was uni friends. So I stopped speaking to them.
So they saw you going through this and decided not to help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw, like, what did they see that you're aware of? What did they know?
My mind changing, not going to the gym. I lost quite a bit of weight at the beginning, and just walking on eggshells. I think you can see when someone is a shadow of who they used to be, and obviously just like saying things, is this right? I don't know what's happening. Really sad all the time.
Yeah.
Really low mood.
I couldn't imagine leaving my friend in that situation.
I couldn't either.
That's horrible.
Yeah, no.
But that's obviously, do you think that's part of the isolation that obviously comes with it? Like, did you still have many friends at the time, or were you just gradually one by one sort of losing that side of life?
The friends that I've got now are the friends that stayed.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also think that's a bit of a lesson in disguise, because they weren't true friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing that they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. You never seen them for many years, I guess.
No.
Yeah. But so in terms of so as you talk about the mind game stuff that he played, in terms of the actual physical violence, what are we talking about here? Because obviously you mentioned a few things to me, but what level was it at?
So, would you like it? So he got charged with non-fatal strangulation. I think it was times 3 or 4 we agreed with. I've got quite a lot of scars especially on my body from being picked up and slammed on the floor.
Okay.
Hypoxic quite a few times from the strangulation. A lot of head trauma. Picking items up was a good one. And then all the way down to, I don't know how to say this, to sexual violence.
And that was continuous for these 2 years?
Yeah.
Are we talking like an everyday occurrence, or is it like, was it just sporadic? Because I can imagine it being quite roller coaster. Like some days it's like you feel like it's kind of gone away and then it comes back, or
It was more than it was none. Does that it was more than it was less? Does that make sense?
yeah. It happened more often than it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the physical violence, I always say, I could be physically hit every day. I mean, I am now. I get physically hit every day, and I can take that. It's the mental abuse, the psychological abuse that is the issue. Well, it's all an issue, but
yeah.
So that was every day. The physical violence, probably once or twice a week, and it actually started with sexual violence.
Oh, that's how it started. Okay. But so obviously you mentioned it happened 2 months in and stuff like that. You just thought he was an arsehole. This had never happened to you in any previous relationship, I take it.
No. It was a little bit toxic. As you're all grown up.
Yeah.
You know, you're learning, but nothing like that.
Yeah. So some of the darker things that you mentioned to me, which really got me, because I was like when we were on the phone, I was like, whoa, was the kidnapping side of things. So it happened twice, not just once, but it happened twice. So the first time, obviously I'll let you tell the story, but you weren't expecting him to kind of be there. It just kind of, it was just on a night out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what happened with that scenario?
So me and a friend, I think it was October. I always say spooky season. I love spooky season, like October.
Okay, it's coming into your season now.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But though that season has been the worst for me for trauma. Like the biggest traumas have always been in spooky season. I think it's Libra season.
Okay.
I just don't like it. So I never went out. I've never been a drinker. I've never been in alcohol. My mum was always really proud of this too, as we discussed on the phone.
Yeah.
And it was, well, she's my cousin. It was her birthday and she wanted to go out. And I said, yeah, I'll come. We'll go. And we went to Avika.
Yeah. Down on the quayside,
yeah. On the corner. And he knew quite a lot of people. And I'm sure at this point we were off. I don't think we were on. And he found out where I was, and I was outside. He kept ringing us on unknown, and I answered, and I was outside, and he'd got his friend to drive him there. And he seen us, and he came over. And I remember being on the phone and then looking up, and him just like walking towards me, and he grabbed us, and then like obviously I was not happy, getting dragged to the car, but because I got in the car, they couldn't do him for kidnap. It was a member of the public. The bouncers had all watched it. Olivia knew the head bouncer at Avika, and I think he did something to the bouncers, like he really told them off. I think one of them even lost the job for not intervening. Yeah.
When you say grabbed you, sorry, just interrupt. How was it? Like by the neck, by the hair, by the...
I think it was by the shoulder.
Okay.
I can't quite remember. I remember being told from the CCTV when the police were telling us about the CCTV, because they were looking for us for 2 days. And he dragged us in the car. They couldn't do him for kidnap because I actually got into the car.
Okay.
There was no like me on the floor. He's dragging us in. And a member of the public rang the police with the reg plate, and they couldn't find me because it was his friend's car.
Right, okay.
It wasn't his car.
Okay.
So they had went to his friend's house, and then they came to my house. I think it was around 3 days later. And that was the time that my lung collapsed. He collapsed my lung.
Yeah. Was it your house that he went back to, or his house? Sorry.
It's his house.
Yeah. So he kept you in the kitchen, is that right?
Yeah.
For 2 days?
That one was around, I think it was around 14 hours. It was overnight. And I eventually got him to go to my house in an Uber. Yeah.
What happened in those times in the kitchen? Like, were you tied up at all, or did he just physically keep you there?
He physically kept us. I was in the corner next to the sink in the oven. At one point, he was like force feeding us pizza. I remember that. There was knives. I tried to get up to leave, and that was the attack. When he had us on the floor, he was kicking us in the head, punching us in the head, and then kicking us. It was my right lung that collapsed. And obviously, when someone's attacking you, you do this.
Yeah.
It's an instant thing to do. And he got me lung.
Because that could have been fatal if you hadn't got away.
So, I didn't go to hospital
Okay.
for 3 days, I think it was.
That must have been painful.
I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't breathe. It was getting to the point I was really struggling to breathe. But I couldn't, because I knew from my training, if I went to the RVI, they were going to know.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't want anything to happen to him, because it's just the drugs, it's the alcohol, it's not him.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Hexham, and I went to Hexham. I think I told them I fell into a table. It was something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
The x-rays, they actually said nothing was wrong.
Okay.
They said, you're all right, it's just bruised. And I was getting worse over the next few days, and thought something is definitely wrong here. And then it started to get better.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks later, I had a phone call saying, you need to come in, it's emergency. Your lungs collapsed.
2 weeks later?
It was around 2 weeks later.
Damn.
Because they get another radiographer to check it.
Okay.
From Hexham. Yeah, so they said you have to come in. It's an emergency. And it had started to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Damn.
which is lucky.
But after this, did you manage to get away from him for a little while? Was that sort of a turning point?
So,
I'm just going to say, just come a little bit closer to the
sorry.
microphone. Sorry, yeah, thanks.
it was, I'm running away from it.
It's fine. I'm just making sure I picture that's cool.
It was a few weeks after CID turned up at my door.
Okay.
And she was called Alex. I remember her. I still speak to her sometimes now. She was a great woman. She turned up at the door, and she said that she'd had a report for GBH. It collapsed my lung. Now, I didn't report this. I still, to this day, I've got no idea. I'm going to assume it was my mum, but I can't ask her.
Yeah.
And then, so they came in, they spoke to us and said we weren't allowed anywhere near each. Well, he wasn't allowed near me, basically. And they were investigating it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that feel in that moment where you hear this?
Terrifying.
What were you most terrified about?
Forest. Yeah.
What, something happening to him, or him being taken away from you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My mum always said, my mum met him, I think it was 2 or 3 times, and she said from the get-go, he's a psychopath, and he is going to try and keep you for yourself, and you're not going to see, my mum used to call him a Ben, you're not going to see that Ben. He's going to kill you. You're going to leave in a coffin.
Yeah. So when, obviously you managed to get away from that time, how did he end up back in your life after that?
So he used to unknown call.
Mm-hmm. So he still has your number at this point, yeah?
Yeah, he used to unknown call and ask us if it was me, crying, dead upset, obviously because he'd been caught, not because he was upset that what he had done to me.
Yeah.
And then I met him. They're just really back in. It's like, it's so hard to explain. They're just so good at manipulating and to make you think. I mean, at this point, you're already confused from all the highs and lows, the abuse and I love you, and then the abuse you, I love you, and then the abuse you. And I think at this point, he used to take my car. He knew someone who had quite a big car garage. So he would take my car that I owned, and he would bring us back another car. Or he'd bring us back like a camper van, because obviously I loved camping, I loved going hiking. And then he would take it off us, and it was like, give, take.
Right,
I don't have a car, so he's now in full control.
So he would take it away, but then give it to you and be like, oh, look at this nice thing I've done for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I completely use it against
Did you say you used to slash your tyres too?
Yeah. So
and then
that one came like after I was sent to prison. So my tyres would always be slashed. It happened so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at the point where I wasn't working, because he used to accuse us of sleeping with patients. and stuff.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
especially when I was a student, it was really intense, like 200 calls a day. So obviously he had control in every aspect of my life at this point, and he had to, and then he would go and take the car and get new tyres put on, say like, well, I've done this for you, so now you owe me.
Hmm.
And then a little while after he went, actually he wasn't, I don't even think he was in prison. It was a little while after my mum died. We all went to see a medium,
Okay.
and this medium said, do you keep getting nails and stuff in your tyres?
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at her, and I've still got the recording on my phone.
Okay.
And I was like, yes. And she was like, it's him. He's doing it. And after that, she told me everything that was going to happen that year.
So what else did she say then? Tell me more.
She said a lot about, have you heard about triangulation?
No.
And what they do with like exes or family and have flying monkeys.
No.
Yeah, so they're all called flying monkeys. So
Okay.
it could be like the baby mum, the ex, if they don't have kids, the dad, the mum, the brother. She told me everything that was going on with his flying monkeys. Obviously, I'm not going to name which ones.
Yeah.
What he was doing, how he was triangulating it all, which all came to light.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of it came to light. She told us I was going to leave in a coffin too. And when I told my auntie, and my auntie looked, she went, your mum said that to me. It was one of the last things she said. And then about an incident he was going to get himself involved in.
Okay.
And it was going to cause an issue with me, which he did. He got himself involved with some people that he had no chance. He shouldn't have been involved with them.
Okay. Or are you keeping that under wraps?
But I can talk about it. Do you want to
Okay,
talk
yeah,
about
go
it? I
for
just
it,
don't
yeah.
really know what I can...
You can say anything, as much or as little as you want.
Okay.
It's your story, so, like, fuck this guy. Like, just slate him to high heavens. I don't care.
Oh no, I can't. I don't need to slate him. I just don't need to. But he got himself involved with a family. He got caught with drugs.
Okay.
And it's a family that...
Which one, like a crime family?
Yeah, they take the bill you. That's what it's called. You get billed.
Okay.
And they go around shops and say, we'll be security for you.
Oh, okay, right.
Do you know which family I'm on about?
Like, I don't know the family, but I know that method of, right,
Yeah. Or if they find that you sell drugs in a certain area, they'll say, I'm going to bill you 25 grand. And
Yeah.
you're not allowed to sell drugs anymore because we're taking over.
Yeah.
So that happened to him. And that, obviously, they knew who I was because they find out a lot about you. They're really not very nice people.
No.
And that was, for me, that was, I don't even know how that was it really, but I was kind of coming to the point. I knew exactly what he was doing. I had been educating myself on it in that moment because I had moved. Was for me, this is where I can get away.
Yeah.
This is where I can get away now, and that's where I did.
Yeah. So obviously, jumping back a little bit, so you had this restraining order. I'm assuming that's what it was, to keep him away from you, right? He wasn't allowed near you.
So that happened with the last attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but then how does he then? Obviously, you said he reels you back in and stuff. So do you guys end up back together?
Oh, was this after the GBH, the lung?
Yeah. So after the first time he kidnaps you, you managed to get away for a bit, and then he somehow worms his way back into your life to a degree.
Yes.
Okay.
He obviously won contact. He was doing everything he possibly could, like everything, to make us.
Well, they make themselves out to
Basically-
be the victim, don't they?
Oh, they're always the
like
victim.
you're the terrible person for leaving them.
Yeah. He was always. He still to this day will be the victim.
Mhm.
I've got no doubt about it. Obviously, I was still in love. I was really upset that he was in this position. Even though he had done these things to me, I was terrified for him that he was in that position. He was going to go to prison. He was going to lose everything, all of this stuff. So obviously, I fell back in love with him. And I had to go to... He actually took me to the police station in the town to say I didn't want them to charge him. Like, I had to sign something.
Was that something he made you do, or was it something that you maybe... No, I say made as in he was like, you will do this, or was it sort of a roundabout way of like, you should do this?
He did a roundabout way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this would be bad for us, don't do
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Mm.
Wow.
Like, I'll go to prison, I can't look after you, I love you. I'm so sorry, I'll change. And he even, after that incident happened, he had done like a massive post on Instagram
Okay.
with pictures of him, of me, and a post about how he had let drugs and alcohol overtake his life and he'd done something really bad and he was sorry.
Okay.
But he never mentioned what he had done. He made himself to be the victim.
Yeah,
in
like
the
I'm a victim
story.
of drugs and alcohol. It
Yeah.
wasn't my actions. Yeah.
I'm so sorry and it's never
Yeah.
going to happen again. And it was just to make what I'm assuming everyone on his social profile to feel sorry for him.
Yeah. This isn't my question, but I'm just curious. What was his relationship like with your son? Did he have one? What was he like towards him?
At first he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just all pretend though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was nice to him to get to you.
Yeah. And Forrest was just a baby.
Yeah.
He was at the stage of not walking to walking to going into a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he still would have absorbed a lot of the energy.
Yeah.
And I work now to take that away from him. If I see certain things that he does, I try and change it a little bit.
Yeah. You say he's quite a confident sort of man.
He's
Yeah.
a social little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so cool. Because obviously he comes to the normal gym and then he comes to the Thai gym with me, and he'll be like, stand in the ring, and the pro fighters will come in and go like, how are you then? So fight. You want to fight me? And then they'll have a little play with him, and then he'll go, do you want to come to my mum's for a coffee?
Just inviting them around. Yeah. He's gonna go and make all these coffees. Yeah, I love
he's
it.
such a social kid, and everyone loves him. Everyone who meets him loves him, and he's really well behaved. He's really naughty too, but he's not the sly naughty. You know, when kids are really sly.
Yeah.
I think,
He's just a typical kid naughty. Yeah, yeah. You
He's
forgive
so
him in the
funny.
end. Yeah.
I don't even not forgive him. I don't have to forgive him. I just love him.
I'm glad it doesn't seem to have affected him too much. Being obviously he was quite young at the time, so
I hope not.
he never witnessed anything as a baby, as a toddler, did he?
Well, he would have heard things.
Yeah.
But not known.
Yeah.
And if I see anything come out, I'll try and change it. Like now, once a week, I give him what I would like back.
Mm-hmm.
So once a week, he has like a candlelit bath.
Okay.
I make a bath, dead warm, put all the candles on, I let him sit and watch his favourite programme, he relaxes. I buy flowers for him to give to his nana. You know,
You're raising the perfect gentleman, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Like, this guy's going to be, like, the ultimate man.
Yeah.
I love it.
And he's so attentive. Like, he'll come, if I'm sick, he'll tickle me back.
Oh.
He comes
I
over,
love him.
he comes over and he pats us, he strokes my hair, and he's just, you're like, I'll go get you some snacks, ma'am. And he's just lovely.
I love it. So obviously, back to your story as well. So he comes back into your life, and he kidnaps you for a second time. Which, what was the? Because you were, was it Jalou again? You were in this time. Yeah.
So, do you want to know the story between?
Yeah. Go. Yeah. If I'm missing anything, you fill the gaps. Yeah, of
it's
course.
a year later.
Okay. Right.
From
okay.
the first one.
So you
because
haven't
it was in October.
seen him in a year then?
No, I have seen him.
Oh, you've seen him. Okay.
Yeah, we're probably only away from each other maybe 8 weeks ish.
Okay.
8 weeks ish. So obviously a lot happened in that year. I'd lost a lot of weight. I became really sick. I didn't go out. I wasn't allowed to go to the gym. I wasn't really allowed to go to the gym from the start. If I went to meet friends who also had kids, soft plays, that was made to be a negative experience. So you don't do it.
The isolation. Yeah.
The drugs, the alcohol, that got a whole lot worse. And then my mum died. And from the moment that she died, the abuse it ramped up. I can't even explain how bad it got. But I was 6 stone. I was really poorly.
Oh, yeah.
And it got to the point where Forrest would go to his dad's, and I was planning on how to kill myself. Every time I didn't have him, I would plan what would happen, where would he go, would he be okay? But all of these things, because I would think about all these things, it would keep us here. Because I couldn't
Leave him, yeah.
I couldn't leave him. I need to give him that life, and I just need to get him out somehow.
Yeah.
So I moved. Obviously, he is from Newcastle. He works in Newcastle. I move up past Hexham. And because he was getting into those situations, he was running out of money. He couldn't afford to drive his Range Rovers up and down all the time.
Yeah.
Causing him more stress. He was taking more drugs. So he was less times a week he was there. And I remember just building that courage and just getting all of his stuff out the house and leaving it there. And saying, it's there, come pick it up. I had my doors locked, curtains closed for days and days and days until it came, until he came, and then he got rid of it. And then it was around 8 weeks. I had completely blocked him out. I would get 200 unknown calls a day, loads of voicemails. And I had started talking to a friend who I went to school with, and she asked us to go out. I was like, oh yeah, I'll come out. And it was sort of the same thing again. I was at in Jaloo. And this dude, I can't remember if he hit us or he pushed us. Something happened. And the ex, had been calling quite a lot that day.
Yeah.
So I was quite upset. All my stuff was all over the floor. I remember grabbing it and being took out by a bouncer, and they were all talking, saying, it's alright, don't worry. But I was quite upset, probably really triggered. And I answered the call. I told him where I was. He came and picked us up with a friend again, and then it went from there. We got my car. He drove my car to my house, and then from the moment that went in the house, that was it. It was like, yeah.
Well, you described it as like torture, essentially.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what happened in that time, or do you want to leave that out?
Yeah. It was basically, how could you do all of this to me? There was a point where he was on the floor in the bathroom, and he was banging his head off the floor. He was hitting himself in the head, and he was saying, get out my head, get out my head, get out my head. And now, what I know now from the education and talking to like CID, obviously they've got a lot of education in this, and they told me that was his way of getting away with it. Because if he murdered me, which he nearly did that night, that would have been his way of saying it wasn't me. I've got mental illness, it's the drugs, psychosis. And after that, it was a lot of sexual violence, a lot of strangulation, hitting my head off the sink quite a few times, mirrors, walls, 2 walls, either way, trying to escape, getting attacked, trying to escape, getting attacked, and then just getting to the point where I eventually did escape.
And he got arrested that night, right?
Yeah, that morning. I think they found him in South Shields. I think it was about 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning.
And obviously they saw you, the state you were in,
Yeah.
and then they were like, right. So was that the last time you ever saw him?
Yeah. Yeah, he got remanded into prison that night. Yeah, I've got like 4s and stuff on my phone still. All of my neck, all the way down the back of my neck, was black and blue. My ears, black eyes. I was so gaunt. I had no weight on us at all. Like my skin, I almost looked dead by looking at my skin. It was like porcelain. It was really odd. My eyes were sunk in.
Damn. So after that, after that, what is the aftermath of that? So he gets arrested, he gets taken away. What is life like after that? Do you feel any sort of relief? Is there more sort of, like, I know beforehand you kind of felt bad for him being in this situation, although you know really shouldn't have, because it was his own fault. But like, what did you feel like afterwards, after he gets arrested and taken away finally?
I don't think any of that really kicked in until quite a few weeks later, to be honest. I was so disassociated and depersonalised that I had no idea what my reality was. The only thing I knew was being a mum.
Yeah.
It's literally the only thing I knew. And I remember I hadn't slept for about 9 weeks. I was on like nightmares, night terrors. I couldn't sleep. And I remember thinking like, I have to go to the doctors. I need some help.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going in and maybe talking to him for about 30 seconds, and he left the room. And he came back with like 3, I think it was a nurse and 2 mental health nurses.
Okay.
And they put us on quite a few tablets.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I was able to sleep. Started to kind of come back into my body. But then I got addicted to the tablets as well. So it was trying to become more conscious and more aware while thinking, how do I come off the tablets to be able to sleep and to get my life back? So then I became more conscious and aware. I was back in my body. But then I was addicted, really addicted to like Zopiclone, which is, it's a wild medication for a doctor to give someone. So that's when I looked into herbs.
Mm-hmm.
I was always quite a natural girly anyway. I've never used like deodorant or anything like that. Shampoo, conditioner. I do now, but natural stuff.
Yeah.
So I started just looking into herbs and trying to heal myself with herbs. I started educating myself a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Just went from there.
Who helped you during that time? Was there anyone that you turned to during that time?
Mainly Jemima.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really have anyone else.
Jemima sounds like a true G. I'm not gonna lie. She sounds great. Yeah.
You would love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's a fire blower.
Okay.
Does all
Right.
fire
Nice.
dancing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah.
Is that something you've tried yourself? Have you?
No, I would like to. I would
Okay.
definitely do it. But yeah, she's a freaky girl. Is my Jemima. I love her.
She'll probably be watching this going, yeah, I'm name dropped all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't have Jemima, I'd be dead. Absolutely. Yeah.
So having gone through all this with him, obviously, when was this? The end of 2023-ish?
No, it was spooky season, October 2022.
Okay.
That was the end.
So since then, obviously, I'll not ask you too much about personal relationships and stuff, but has it changed how you viewed men? Was there any fear around men? Did you have any, like, tarring with the same brush kind of thing? Like, what was your attitude like towards them?
No. Not all men are the same.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be many like him. I think narcissists are few and far between.
I think it's like 5% of the overall population, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
We actually found out he was in the court that when you go into prison, you get like assessed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They actually said he was one of the worst. He was sociopathic.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, not all men are the same. Like my dad, for example, yes, he had a problem and he potentially became a little bit abusive, but he changed.
Mm-hmm.
He changed. He didn't stay that way. And then, I don't know, I've just always knew that not all men are the same. And
Yeah, because I know a lot of the times it might turn people off from future relationships. They might bring that into the next relationship with them, and maybe he's like, I don't know, like you said, tar everyone with the same brush, I guess.
I think you've got to be self-aware
Mm-hmm.
to go into a relationship, especially after being in a deep, like, domestic violent relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not self-aware, you're going to go into another relationship
Mm-hmm.
and you're just going to project. They're going to project onto you and you're just going to get the same. You're going to continue those cycles.
Yeah.
So, of course, then you would think, well, all men are abusive, but you're not fixing yourself.
Yeah.
So they're just going to mirror you.
And I've unfortunately, I've had a lot of female friends over the years and stuff, and a lot of the time I've seen a few of them tragically go through phase of toxic relationship after toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But like, it's almost that addiction to that sort of type of man as well is a horrible. And I mean, I'm sure men get it too with a certain type of women who will treat them like shit or whatever. But I'm just like, what would a woman look out for? What do you think women should look out for? What are the signs that you now know that they could you could make them more aware of, I guess?
I would say someone that talks about themselves.
Okay.
Constantly. Like, it's all about them. What they do, who they are, what they've got. Huffing and puffing.
Like throwing strops?
Yeah. Strops are a massive one.
Like childhood strops?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the huff.
Mm.
He used to do that quite a lot at the beginning.
I guess we're talking about the red flags, I guess.
I've got them all wrote down.
Have you got your
Can I have
journal?
a look at some?
Are they over there? Carla, can you pass
Yeah.
the journal, please? Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You came prepared.
Yeah, it's the brain damage. I've got to write it down. I forget everything. Making every experience negative.
Okay.
That was a big one. So, obviously, I didn't go out. I didn't really drink. I was a mature student. I had Forest. So even just going to a soft play with a friend would be made negative.
Mm-hmm.
If you come into like a birthday period or a special occasion, that's ruined if they ruin them. If they've never been alone as well.
Yeah.
That's,
From one relationship to the next to the next. Yeah.
or it doesn't even have to be relationships. It's, can they actually be alone, or are they always with someone? Are they always around someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's quite a big one.
I think the relationship thing is quite big, because if they jump in from relationship, they don't know themselves.
Yeah.
They've got no idea. And then they're going from that relationship to the next one and just projecting the previous relationship onto you.
Yeah.
And the way they talk about the ex,
Yes.
that's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All their exes are the problem. They would.
Yeah.
They never did anything wrong. Yeah.
He used to call his ex a witch. He's a
Oh,
witch.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
She's an actual witch.
Casting spells. And
Yeah. And at the time, I didn't see it at the time. Really.
Mm-hmm.
But now when I hear some people talking about the ex, I just look and think, oh my god, I'm not going to be around you. I'm not going to talk to you.
I've posted that on Facebook many times of like, if everyone and everyone else is the red flag and you are never a problem, you are actually a problem. Because it's like, there is no way you are never at fault with something. I mean, in your case, you're not at fault. That's totally different. But in most relationships, if everyone that you've dated is a narcissist or a horrible person, or like you were perfect in every scenario, it's a little bit, I'm like, is that true though? But yeah.
But you know, for a long time, I thought I was the problem. Like I really did think it was me. He had put that into my head that I was the issue. I was the toxic one. I was doing everything wrong. And then obviously you come out of that. But so he got released from prison under new law. He's back in prison now. But he got released, and so I'm not on any social medias really, just Instagram.
Yeah.
So my sister has Facebook, and there's like a dating page on Facebook.
Are we dating the same person?
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard of those, yeah.
Well, he was put on it.
Okay.
He was put on it.
Great.
And there was loads of people commenting on it. And I was talking to this about with my dad a couple of days ago. He was put on it, and all of these people were saying drugs, he's abusive, he's controlling, all of this stuff. And as horrible as I hate to say it, like, I don't want it to make me sound horrible, and I hate to say it, but that made me feel so good. It really did.
Yeah.
I had this sense of relief of thinking it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't me. And
Yeah.
I know it wasn't me.
But it was that validation from
Yeah.
the external source, yeah.
I felt so good from it. Yeah.
Those things are really hard. I mean, obviously, like, touch wood, like, I wouldn't need to be on any of those sites, but I think they're a good idea, because I think there is a lot of that now, and especially in the wider dating world now that we've got like Tinders and Bumbles and Hinges and all that sort of stuff. Like, there's a lot more sort of casual dating happening, and it's very easy to just, oh, this guy's nice, whatever. But like, I think background checks are a good idea.
Oh yeah. Well, there's Clare's Law.
Yeah.
So you can ring up, but I think you have to be dating them. Like, I think you have to say, yes, I'm dating this dude. You can't just say, I'm not dating him.
I swiped him on Tinder. Can you tell me more? Yeah.
You have to say, I'm dating him.
Yeah.
But then obviously there's that risk of, if he is like my ex and it comes up and you've got kids, like people send the social at your house.
Yeah, it can cause a lot more problems. Yeah.
Which I don't think it should. I think you should be able to call and say, I'm potentially going to date this guy. Can you give us a little bit of info on him?
Yeah. I think it's a good idea. And
I think they should all be listed. I think there should be a list.
What, of all men, or just people who've done?
No, the domestic violence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well,
should
you'd
be.
you'd have it if, like, I know it's not the same thing, but like you'd have it if there was like a paedophile in your area or something like that. You would
Yeah.
be told. You know what I mean?
Sex
Like,
offender list.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Should be a register.
Yeah, agreed. So for so he actually, I forgot to mention this. He actually managed to send you a message from prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he sent you a message at Christmas. When you told me this, I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" So what? So for anyone listening, this guy is now in prison. He's done all this to Rachel. He managed to send a message from prison.
Yeah.
He doesn't say. What does he say? First of all,
So he sent it from a dude whose friend was in prison.
mm-hmm.
It said something along the lines of, "Hi, my friend is in prison with da da da. He's hoped you've had a good Christmas. Could he contact you? Could he speak to you?" It was something along those lines. He hopes I've had a really good Christmas.
It's like, on what level of nutcase do you have to be to think that's a good message to send?
I think it was like the second Christmas without my mum. My mum died the year before, just before Christmas. And then obviously all of that stuff happening. And I remember looking at it thinking, what? I laughed. I did laugh.
I'm not surprised.
I did.
That's wild to think that though. Like, I wouldn't dare. Like,
The
I know obviously
audacity.
I'm not a nutcase, but yeah.
But they don't
see it that way, yeah.
They just don't see it. Like,
It's as if you could think you could get back into your good books somehow and get out of
because
prison.
he did so many times, though. He
Yeah.
really did.
That's what I mean, yeah. He's trying to play the same game.
Yeah. And he's probably got worse. He's got worse, but he's got better in manipulating.
Yeah.
What's prison? It's a building full of manipulators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, more of your life afterwards. So we've talked enough about him. I want to talk about you now.
Yeah.
So, when did you start building yourself back up in terms of the gym and the fighting? Because obviously we mentioned you fight a few times now.
Yeah.
When did that start to become a bigger part of your life?
So from the few weeks that I had grey rocked him, as they call it, to him going to prison, I'd probably put on about half a stone. I'd started putting a little bit of weight on because I wasn't shaking constantly and tremoring. And then I think it was around the Christmas time I started going back to the gym. I was weightlifting. I used to bodybuild when I was 19, 20.
Nice.
So it's in my blood. It's in my mind anyway. So I always knew what to do. It wasn't like I didn't know what to do. And then around a year later, I started thinking, I want to do some sort of martial arts.
Yeah.
I want to start fighting.
I want to kick some ass.
I
Yeah.
want to do something. And there was a dude who walked into the gym, and I remember it. I was on the mat and I was stretching before. It was either before or after I trained. And he was wearing some fighting gear. And I was just thinking about it again. And I looked at him and I thought, I wonder if he does like any PT fighting.
Yeah.
And then around 2 days later, he came up on my Instagram, and suggested friends.
Yeah.
And I looked and he was wearing the same outfit and I thought, that's a dude who was in the gym. So I looked at him and he was putting PTs out for Muay Thai. So I added him, he added his back, I asked him, and I did a few PTs with him, but I was still at the point where I was really, really anxious. I was very anxious still. So I did them, and then I stopped, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I need to just get myself better and go and do it.
Yeah.
And then I went to Thailand, did some fighting in Thailand.
Nice.
By this point, I'd really builded myself back up.
Yeah.
I had went to Rome for a tester first to see if I was all right in Rome
Nice.
with all the people and just find stuff on my own. And then I did the Thailand thing.
How long after all they came up did you go to Thailand? How long? What's the time frame there?
So Rome was March 2024.
Okay.
So it was a few years
Good.
after.
Yeah. Okay.
Like went through therapy, did all my own self-education. And then I did Thailand in August 2024.
Okay. Cool. Right.
So I had been at a gym. I had been with Joe, stopped, went to a different gym, made us more anxious being there. It was horrendous. Decided to go to Thailand.
Yeah.
And then started at Northern Kings.
Nice. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. So, what was it about the fighting that attracted you? Do you think?
It stopped me OCD.
Okay. Oh, because we did mention OCD on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it, yeah.
So when I did the PTs with Joe, I felt really powerful. Like
Mhm.
it was giving us something, and I can only assume it was the power back. Like I was getting something back from it, and it would stop me OCD thoughts.
Mm.
Like I would go in, and I'd be OCD and 100%, and then I would hit the pads, and there'd be nothing,
Yeah.
just nothing at all.
It takes you into the moment,
Yeah.
something like that, doesn't
You
it?
just-
Yeah, yeah.
You have to be in the present.
Yeah.
You just have to be in the present. What did you ask again? I've just completely...
What attracted you to the
Yeah.
fighting? Yeah.
Yeah, so the OCD and the power.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice. How long do you think it took for that sort of? Because obviously, I can imagine you still think about all this. So, like, obviously, you mentioned that you just start fighting a year or a couple of years afterwards. Like, how did you notice these thoughts about this guy sort of slowly disappearing? Was there a point where you woke up and you were like, I haven't thought about this for a day? Or is it always something that kind of, I guess, creeps back in?
So I don't ever think about him.
Mm-hmm.
That's been years. It's been quite a while now.
Yeah.
He isn't in my thought. He's just something that had to teach me lessons.
Mm.
I take it as I had to go through that to be who I am now. And I've learnt so many lessons from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think about him. I can't even remember what he looks like, to be honest. Like, he's just not there. It's when I get triggered from the events that happened that I think, okay, I need to work through this. And that's the only thing, really. Because it stems from there. But then I try and think, okay, well, what happened in my childhood as well? So I take it back to my childhood. So it's not just him. It all hasn't just started from that event.
Right, okay.
Or that part of my life.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to share about the childhood side of things that you've looked into? Is there anything that you feel comfortable sharing about things that you've looked at and been like, oh? And obviously you mentioned things with your mum and dad and stuff as well, but
Yeah.
just
So
if there's anything you feel comfortable sharing.
I had some sexual trauma when I was a child. It was me and a few other girls that it happened to, and it definitely stemmed from there as well. So watching my dad and mum, and then that event, and just not actually ever known my worth. Never ever knew what I was worth. Never known who I was, really.
Do you feel like you have a better understanding of that these days?
Yeah, but I think you always learn. You're always growing, you're always evolving every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So you now run a supplement business, is that correct? Yes. How long have you done that for?
Just over a year.
Yeah. What got you into that? Because I know you said you were always into the herbs and the nature side of it. What was that just a natural thing for you to then go into, do you think?
I think it was from studying to be a paramedic, watching how sick people were, my mum dying from the vaccine, going through the trauma, and then getting addicted to prescriptions.
You've seen it from all angles, really,
Yeah.
haven't you? Yeah.
And then understanding the body from within, so mind, body and soul, and then healing myself. I had to heal myself, and I did it with herbs, and owning my mind, being alone.
Yeah. In terms of the supplements and stuff, what is it that you sell, basically?
So I've only got a few supplements. I don't like to overload people with supplements. People just got no idea.
Yeah.
They're taking everything and hoping it's going to work.
No.
And it's not going to work. It isn't. You could take hundreds of supplements, and if you are sick from the inside, you're sick in your mind, you're sick in your gut, nothing's going to work.
Yeah.
You have to go within.
Yeah.
You have to start from the gut and the brain.
There's a lot of stuff these days about the gut, about gut health and how it
It's your
impacts
second brain.
everything. Yeah.
It does.
But how does it, because obviously I don't know too much about this, so I'm curious. How does someone know that maybe something's wrong with their gut, I guess? What, is there any symptoms? Like what should people look out for?
Like brain fog,
Okay.
bloating, as in like physical symptoms.
Either. Yeah. So
Yeah,
obviously noticing anything on the body, anything how you feel in your body or how your mind's responding to things.
I think if you're in touch with yourself, you're in touch with your body, you feel toxic. I think a lot of people feel toxic. Bloating, brain fog, your skin, spots, acne, IBS, all that
Okay,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. And then if you're also continuing to get into toxic cycles, it doesn't just have to be relationships.
Yeah,
Eating, drinking, drugs, smoking.
yeah,
Something internal is going on.
yeah.
But it isn't just what you're consuming. If something's wrong with your gut, it's your mind, body and soul connection.
Yeah.
You have to fix everything. You
Yeah.
can't just fix your gut and expect your mind to be better.
Yeah, it
You
has
have
to
to
be
fix your
everything.
mind too.
Yeah, yeah. I always tell people as well, like, I mean, my dad was guilty for this, and we do this. I do this all the time. I'm like, he comes home from work and he'll sit and watch the news, and I'm like, bro, the news is the most depressing thing I've ever seen. Like everyone, like there was something this morning, and I was just like, I was thinking about this. You know, I always sort of like the morning I get up before a podcast, and it's like the first thing on my mind, and then I'm like, right, like this is how I want it to go, etc. And then it's like he put on the TV this morning, and it was like, Lisbon crash. There's like been a train crash or something in Lisbon, and I'm just like getting sucked into this TV show, and I'm like, this is totally taking me out of what I need to do. I know it's tragic and it's horrible, but I don't need that sort of energy all the time. Like I can't do anything about this. Do you know what I mean?
Conspiracy.
Well, that is one of my next questions. To be fair, is like. Because obviously I know you love a conspiracy theory, and I think that's what dragged out our phone call. So I was like, I'm gonna call you, Rachel, for like half an hour, and we'll sort everything out. It was like an hour and 20 minutes later, and we're still chatting about conspiracy. So what is like what drew you to sort of conspiracy theories, and what do you have some favorites that you want to share?
So I've kind of, as I said, I've always been quite spiritual.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been in the spiritual realm. That's what people call it. So I've always been quite aware of that. Something's just not quite right. And then as I was trying to be a paramedic, things weren't setting right with COVID. I knew it was going to happen. And from there, I was like, this is all a hoax. Like, something is going on. And then when I went through the trauma, after the trauma, I had a couple of months where I just kind of went into so many rabbit holes and got so consumed by it all. So yeah, I think it was COVID and the trauma.
COVID's a wild one, because I still don't know where I sit on that, you know. I still don't know how I feel about it all. I'm like, was it as overblown? But then, like, I've interviewed people who were, like, in the hospitals at the time, and they're like, no, it wasn't overblown. And then I talked to other people, and they're like, oh yeah, like, we saw nothing kind of thing. It's wild.
I saw nothing.
I don't know where I sit on the fence. Well, I am on the fence. I haven't quite worked out how I feel about it yet. But I think what shocks me now is how little people talk about it now. I mean, I know it's been 5 years, which blows my mind. There's been 5 years since the lockdowns and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I look at it now and I'm like, I don't know, like, oh, you've got COVID, oh, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, it doesn't matter anymore as much.
I don't think it mattered then.
What I always found funny was like especially in America, where it was like people wearing like the half bottles on as fake gas masks and stuff, or like wearing hazmat suits and stuff, and I'm just like, what is all this? It was crazy.
There's a lady who comes into the climbing centre, a climb as well, and she still wears a mask.
Okay.
And I look and I just think, I don't understand. Like, it's been 5 years. Loads of research have came out about these masks. They were never going to work in the first place. Like, is it the centimetres between the holes in the mask that causes them not to work? I can't remember what the research said. And I just thought, why? I remember
when I was in a restaurant at the time during COVID and stuff, and it was like mask, face visor, and I was like, oh my god, I am dying under this. It was horrible.
We used to have to wear like Darth Vader masks, big massive masks, and I'd come home and all my face was just
had them
squashed,
lines,
massive lines. Yeah,
I think it's but then it's like, I don't know. I mean, I was one of the ones I did get the vaccine and stuff when it happened, and I haven't turned into a monster yet. I'm still waiting for, like, have you seen I Am Legend? Yeah, well, like, obviously I know it's different from the book, but like, you know, like they were all like, we've got this drug that's going to cure cancer, and everyone takes it and turns into like this horrible vampire thing, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm waiting for that to happen to me.
You'd be hated of the conspiracy theorists, the vaccinated.
And one of the basic ones that got the vaccine, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
Your
I'm not.
pineal gland has been destroyed.
Yeah. You are never having children now. Yeah, I mean, but it's one of those things where obviously we don't know what the outcome of that is. It's like, am I and all the ones who did take it, are we gonna become these like I Am Legend zombies? Who knows? And that would be my own fault because I took it. So
We'll wait and see.
yeah, we'll wait and see. When you see my Instagram just shut down because I've become a zombie, you're like, I fucking told you. But there's like, there's other ones that I love as well. Like I was always loving like ones like I love like Bermuda Triangle stuff as well. Those
Yeah.
ones. I love like the fact that apparently Paul McCartney is fake. Did I
Yeah.
tell you this one? Do you know this one?
Mhm.
Where they, apparently in interviews they call him Paul instead of Paul because it's fake Paul. You know what I mean? I love those ones. It's just ones like that. Avril Lavigne's a clone. Everyone knows
Like all
that
the
one.
wacky ones.
Yeah. What's like the wackiest one
Yeah.
you know?
Have you looked into the one about the moon being fake?
I know about the whole moon landing being fake, but not the moon
Oh
itself.
no, the moon's fake.
Okay.
They replaced the moon.
Do tell.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I didn't really dive that much into it, but it's meant to be what do they call it? It's meant to be
It's not the moon made of cheese. I've heard that one. Wallace and Gromit were correct.
basically it's meant to be made of cheese. They were meant to remove the moon and replace it.
Okay.
Because obviously we vibe by the moon, don't we? Like the waves, women, you know, like our menstrual cycles.
Mhm.
So by removing the moon, it fucks all up.
Okay.
That sort of
That's
thing.
why they've did it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But the one that I do like is like the news thing.
Mm.
That everything that they put out is meant to lower our vibration, like vibration
Yeah.
frequency.
Yeah. High vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant to lower our vibration to keep it all in a very low frequency.
And in fear, in rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I don't watch it. That's why I don't like. I am of the belief if it's important, someone will tell me.
Yeah.
And it's not. It comes across weird, like, oh, you don't watch the news, you don't care about what's going on in the world. It's like it's not I don't care about it. It's like when I hear all this stuff about wars and stuff. It's not that I don't have empathy towards that situation,
Yeah.
but I can't do anything about that from
No, you
where
can't.
I am. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like I mean I could go and do like protests and stuff like that, or I could like I don't know become like a field medic or something like that. I could, but so
That's
could
the
all these
point.
other people that are raging about it.
You just get angry. Like it just makes
Yeah.
you angry. Going into conspiracies, it depresses you so much
Mhm.
because there's so much going on, and you
I-
could go into any rabbit
Yeah.
hole on anything.
I think you can go too far in offense. Like, was it Alex? Is it Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about the Sandy Hook.
I love them.
They're turning the freaking frogs gay. I was just like, bro. Like, I watch some of it because it's entertaining. But when he was like saying that the school shooting and stuff was like a cover up or fake, I was like, I don't really agree with that one.
Have you looked into those theories?
No, because children die. I'm like,
No.
that's all the proof that I need from this.
Yeah, there's just so many. And the problem with it is, you go into a conspiracy, and there's just another one, and there's another one, and there's another one.
Yeah.
But then there's the conspiracy about that, is that you continue going all these conspiracies, and it's just to keep you stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you stay
Well,
stuck.
You follow any conspiracy, eventually you're probably going to be right as well.
Yeah.
Like at one point, one of these conspiracies is going to be correct.
Yeah.
Like I'm of the belief Epstein did not in fact kill himself. He was
Oh,
killed. Yeah, he was killed. Like and when people are like, "Oh yeah, he hung himself in prison," it's like, no,
course he
people finished him. I was
Yeah.
like, if I don't know what's currently going on with the whole P Diddy thing, but if he goes to prison, he's dead. If he goes to prison, he's dead. Someone will kill him, 100%.
I love the jokes and stuff about P Diddy.
I don't know the joke. I've been keeping up with it actually. Go on, tell me a P Diddy joke. If you're listening this far, this is what we've got to, guys. Now,
I get sent quite a lot of. I call them memes. I know they're not called memes.
maybe it's memes.
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 I get sent so many of them about like the baby oil and how much baby oil you was found with,
Wild.
and it's wild. But I just can't help but laugh.
It's
It's
crazy.
So funny.
I've seen some of the stuff that they've talked about that went on, and I'm just like, what level of depravity do you get to where that's your life? I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Like,
I've went down all the rabbit holes about them all being like P Diddy.
P Diddy. Yeah.
And I do believe all that. Absolutely.
I mean, I think he was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, you can be a celebrity and have your, your sexual kinks or whatever, but there's, like, when you start bringing in kids and trafficking and horrendously, like, it's just crazy when you think about it. But it's like people, like, from around here in South Shields, I'm like, that probably doesn't happen. Like, there's probably one case of it somewhere, but that doesn't happen in my world.
Yeah.
Like, we don't imagine that. That's like celebrity privilege level shit.
Yeah. I think it's happening everywhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you went into the one about the tunnels?
Tunnels.
The tunnels under
No.
the whole world.
No, but
Yeah.
that sounds cool.
Yeah, that's where the traffic all the kids through.
Oh, okay. I was like, what, like the catacombs in Paris? No.
No.
Damn, tunnels under the world.
Yeah.
I've looked into I listened to there's a great guy, I love listening to him. He does some wild shit. He called Michael Sartain, and he does a podcast in Vegas, and he had a 4.5 hour debate with flat earthers.
Yeah.
I loved listening to that. That was the most entertaining conspiracy thing I've ever heard. I'm like,
Yeah.
where do you stand on are you a flat earther?
No. I don't know. I've just got no idea. I feel like if you go into it too much, your reality just gets so distorted. You just don't know.
You don't trust anything anymore.
Nah, nothing at all. So after the flat earth, you go into like the domes.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the domes? Oh, and how like space isn't real and it's all under the sea and it's just too much. It's too much. I don't want to be in that negative headspace.
It just
Some of them
messes
are
with
funny,
you.
though.
Yeah, like we went from Avril Lavigne being a clone to like flat Earth.
Yeah. It just gets too intense.
But I think a lot of people, I think as well, some people that really love conspiracy theories. I mean, I'm not talking about me and you because we have lives, right?
Yeah.
But there's some people that live conspiracy
they
theories,
don't
and they're
like.
just like in little basement dwellers and stuff.
But that's what I mean. They're stuck.
Yeah.
They just get stuck and they're stuck in this negative cycle and they don't live. They're in fear. But I mean, for conspiracies, like I only drink bottled water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I don't consume. I do a little bit, but not a lot. Like your food.
Mm-hmm. Processed food and stuff. Yeah.
Don't eat fake food.
That's becoming a big thing now. I'll eat clean like 90% of the time, but like then I'll have like the things like I don't know, McDonald's or something that I enjoy occasionally. But it's like I also don't want to feel shit.
Yeah.
That's the main reason. It's not just because I know it's not good. It's because it makes me feel shit afterwards. I'm never satisfied after eating fast food, ever. I'm never satisfied. I'm just like, give me like chicken or steak anytime.
Have you heard about the conspiracies about McDonald's and stuff?
No, I mean probably at some point. Go on then.
It's meant to be like human meat.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I just.
Do you remember the horse meat scandal from like what was it? Was it Tesco?
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Colin? Was
No.
it horse meat? Tesco, yeah, Tesco horse meat. Yeah, do you remember that? That was wild.
Yeah.
But like, to be fair though, I don't know how much I give to like say Rothschilds or like the Illuminati and stuff. I don't know how much credit I give them. I don't believe the world's that level of organized. Like when you look at most governments, you're like, yeah, I don't think the world's that organized. But I'm like,
I think it's corrupt.
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think, like you say, I don't think the elites are just that clever.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not that intelligent.
Yeah, because you think there's still humans at the end of the day. There's just money, and
Well,
money corrupts.
Are the humans or the reptilians?
They're reptiles, yeah, the lizard people. That's what it is. Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard
Yeah.
person. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But it's like I remember a friend of mine. He just before COVID, he came back for a 2-week holiday. He was a teacher he was teaching English in China.
Mm-hmm.
He came back for a 2-week holiday, and then COVID hit, and he got stuck here. So all the stuff was like still in China. He said, "Went back," but when he was there, he met a guy who didn't believe the Manchester bombings were real.
Okay.
And he was like, no, like, my friend was sitting here, and he said, no, they're real. But he was like, I don't know whether it was a certain sect of Chinese propaganda or something like that, but it was like, this guy fully believed that the Manchester bombings never happened. And I'm like, that's interesting that someone can believe that, because we could believe anything that's going on. If we haven't seen it, we're just being told.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everything we're told is a lie, but I'm like, to what degree are we being lied to?
Yeah.
And that freaks me out a little bit, because I'm like, what's real?
But then again, you're just going into a low frequency.
Yeah,
So you
I find it
can't really-
interesting. I don't give it too much credit, like I said, but I find it interesting about what degree are we being lied to.
I believe all of these things happen,
Mm-hmm.
like the bombings, they happen. The
Mhm.
wars are happening.
Yeah,
I don't believe the reason why they're
Mm.
happening.
the reasons we're told they're happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I won't go into the Manchester bombings, but like the war, it's not happening for why they're telling us it's happening.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also believe that certain things happen to put you in a low frequency,
Mm.
like killings, stabbings, children dying, like those, you know, that nurse that killed all the babies.
Lucy Leppi, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
That was wild.
yeah. It's just to put you in a really low frequency.
I'm like, I couldn't believe that when I heard that. I was like, there's some sick people in the world.
Yeah.
I was like, that's vile. I couldn't imagine killing anyone, let alone babies. That's just a new level of fucked up. Is there any more conspiracy theories that you love that you want to get out there? All podcasts are ran by the Illuminati. That's what this is. They're all fake.
I don't know. I quite like them all, really.
Yeah.
I think because once you go into one, you go into the other, and then you just keep going.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've
Yeah.
just done, Rachel. That's
It's
exactly what we've just done.
It doesn't stop. I
No.
quite like them all. Yeah.
I love it. Well, listen, Rachel, is there, because obviously we spoke a lot about your story and everything that's happened and where you are now, and I think we can all agree that you are in a much better place, and
Yeah.
it's lovely to see as well. Is there anything that we've missed out that you feel needs saying in terms of your story, and anyone listening who may be going through a relationship like what you went through,
Mhm.
or has been through something like that? Like, is there anything that you feel that has been left unsaid on this episode?
Have some time alone.
Okay.
Be alone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Learn who you are. Know thyself.
Yeah. No.
First.
I love that. Yeah.
And also, if there is any other females, I would say males, but it's a female-only class, that are going through the same thing, or anxiety, mental health, any type of struggles, DV, to come to Northern Kings Gym
Mm-hmm.
on a Saturday, 3 to 4, the Mindful Project, and get some power back.
Tell me more about the Mindful Project then. I know you mentioned this to me on the phone as well. So
Yeah, so it's run by Jenny Redford
Mhm.
and Yasmin Nazari. They are both UK top female fighters, different weight categories. I think Yas is 4th at the minute and Jenny's 3rd in the
Mhm.
UK. Both got their own stories.
mm-hmm.
Very powerful females. Got goosebumps now talking about it.
Nice.
But we're going into schools, talking to kids, children, mental health. But we've stopped that for now. We're not too sure where we're going to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So currently it's just a class every Saturday, training Thai, and it's just giving females something back, giving the power back through martial arts.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah, because you also wanted to run women's retreats and stuff. That's something
Yeah.
that you're very interested in. So what's
Yeah.
the plan with that? I know obviously nothing's fully in development yet, but I know it's something that you're looking forward to doing.
Yeah, it's not fully developed. It is going to be female-only retreats.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it'll be like yoga, sauna, cold dips, a little bit of food, other females who are on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's teaching people how to get to know themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so they don't continue cycles, so they don't keep repeating cycles.
Yeah.
So they can all become, it's so cliche, but cycle breakers,
Mm-hmm.
like what I've did, basically.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It sounds cliche, but it's necessary. Do you know what I mean?
It
I
definitely
think, yeah.
is, especially now when females are becoming more masculine because they don't feel safe,
Mhm.
and the masculine men are becoming more toxic.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think there's a big identity crisis in the modern
Yeah,
age
there
for
is.
sure. Especially like obviously I'm big in the men's sort of development space,
Yeah.
and I see so much hatred more than anything, and I'm just like, this is a development space. Why are we all hating? Why is there so much rage? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because no one knows what they're supposed to be anymore.
Yeah, they've got no control.
No.
Like, there's no control over emotions. That was one thing I massively learned in that relationship, is not to act on emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't act on emotion. You
But
can't.
I mean, I posted something the other day that you responded to as well, which was a clip of me saying that we don't need more emotional men,
Yeah.
but men are told to be more emotional. It's like, not in that way.
Yeah.
It's like, don't give in to your emotions. You can show more emotion, but in a healthy way. And like, not just every emotion that you feel. Like, if you are just angry, there's no need to just start kicking things. Like, deal
Yeah.
with that shit properly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Deal with it in a healthy way.
Mhm.
You know. And I think I don't like that advice either. Like, I don't think it. I think it's like the whole vulnerability thing. men are told to be more vulnerable, right? Like women love to see a vulnerable side of a man, or a more like calm side of a man, or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but if you go on a first date and start being really vulnerable and leaving your trauma on a first date, like you're not gonna get a second. Do you know what I mean? That's not a healthy way to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But that advice like people, we need to have these conversations, because people are going to hear these little tidbits of motivational quotes and it sounds great, but there's no context. The context is entirely missing.
Yeah. See, I would love to do content about this sort of stuff.
Do it. I think you could.
I'm not there yet, but that's where I'm growing to. I'm going to evolve to be that person and to get there soon, hopefully.
I think you'd be great at it.
Yeah.
Judging by this because this is the first time you've spoke about all this publicly, right?
Yeah, and it's the what I was saying to you about the camera.
Mm-hmm.
What did I call it before? It's basically exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Because I hate. That was kind of go back into the ex-relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
The one thing he used to do to me was he would take photos, or would have a photo taken or something, and he would show me the photo and he'd say, why are you pulling this face? Why do you look like that? Why are you doing this? And that has put such trauma on how I look and how I perceive myself. Like if I look at a photo, it feels like the ground is going to swallow me up. I'm just going to be swallowed, and it's horrendous.
Yeah.
So that was one of the main reasons. Obviously, I wanted to come on and tell my story and say, like, it does get better.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be a victim. It was the exposure therapy.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
on camera.
Well, you heard your voice when I played the sound clip, and you were like, you're covering your ears. You're like, no, do I sound like that?
No.
Honestly, like, I've been on camera for 9 years, I think. 9 years now. And I'm just numb to the sound of my own voice now and the sight of my face. You know, when the light reflects off my bald scalp, you know, I'm just used to it now, you know what I mean? But it's like, the more you do it, like you said, it's exposure therapy. The more you do it, the less it bothers you.
Yeah.
And at first there's that awkward sort of like, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do with your hands or whatever. But I feel like you've done tremendously well. Like, obviously I know you were worried about like how you were going to come across on these things, but I think you've done absolutely fantastic.
Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And did you feel like it was just a genuine conversation? Like you forget about these, don't you? You forget about the cameras, like, and obviously you don't forget about Carla though.
No.
You can't forget Carla, yeah. But like the cameras, you just forget about it, and you get involved in the story and stuff. And that's why I love podcasts more than just staring down a lens. Yeah. Really. So maybe you could have a podcast instead.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going to keep rooting for you to do that. I won't push you to do it, but I do think you should be more on camera more, definitely.
I love like a feminine mask, like what you're meant to be and what a masculine is.
Yeah.
Not the, you know, big egotistical, I'm dead hard type. They're not meant to be like that. Keep your women safe.
Oh yeah,
not
absolutely.
in a controlling way. But
yeah, like
safe.
there's protection and there's controlling.
Yeah.
I think, and it's like most men know the difference. It's just, I feel like someone just getting it completely fucking wrong. Like there's just so much advice out there, like all these alpha male gurus and stuff who are telling this advice, and I'm just like, like we need more context. That's why I love podcasts, because it gives that context.
Yeah.
I think it's like you don't get a 30-second sound bit where lads are like, young kids are impressioned by it and they're going away and thinking, well, this is how I need to be. It's like, no, full context needs to be given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't alpha the worst one to be? Aren't you meant to be like a sigma?
I have no idea what that means. I haven't looked into Sigma. I just know it gets taken the piss out of the word Sigma. But I think the problem I have with the term alpha male as well, is alpha male will always change. It's not a set thing. It's like the alpha male of a situation will always change. It just means who's got the more eyes on them.
It comes from wolves, doesn't it?
Yeah, like packs and stuff. Yeah. That's why I hate this whole lone wolf kind of mentality. I'm like, ugh.
I think, do you know what it is?
That's a fucking red flag in itself. We'll miss that one out.
Yeah,
ladies, if you start posting about being a lone wolf on social media, run. If he shares a Tom Hardy meme, Peaky Blinders, The Joker, who else?
Wearing a wolf top.
Yes.
Wolf top.
Fucking get in the bin.
Yeah.
I
remember when I was really kind of back out in society. I was at a farm and a dude, I could feel him watching us.
Okay.
For quite a while on this farm.
Off to a good start.
And he came over as he was wearing a wolf top and a gold chain, and he asked for my number, and I was like, no. And I knew at that moment.
I just imagine you looking at him like,
no. I'm so sorry, no. But I knew I had learned my lessons.
Yeah.
Because maybe 2 years ago I would have said yes.
Yeah.
You don't know, do you?
I understand the men that are sharing these want to like look cool. There's something under the surface. And I've said this before. If you're sharing Peaky Blinders, what's he called? Tommy Shelby, The Joker, Tom Hardy, like just anything that's like a I don't know why they're associated with it.
Why Tom Hardy?
I don't know, it's like just Tom Hardy stuff like Bane and stuff like that. Like I love that film, but I don't share pictures of Bane.
Yeah.
With quotes on top. I don't. We all good on the camera, by the way. Yeah, we're good.
Forrest is named after a movie that Tom Hardy was in.
Don't tell me, because I've seen a lot of Tom Hardy movies, but I don't remember him being called Forrest though. What was it? What was the film?
Lawless. Oh, it's a book.
Oh, with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
It's a book. The wettest county in the world.
Nice.
And then they made it into the film.
I did like Lawless actually. Yeah.
Forrest Bondurant. The
Nice.
Moonshiners.
Yeah. Now I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He Could Never Die.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's named after.
I do love Tom Hardy. I'm not bashing Tom Hardy or his films. Like I love them. I'm a big fan. But I think for some reason he's become. I think more his portrayal of the Krays. I think is the meme that gets shared is more like their face, and I'm like, yeah, because the Krays were a great pet to emulate. Yeah, naturally. But listen, Rachel, is there anything else you want to finish off by saying before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
No?
I think I'm good. Is there anything you want to say?
No, I'm good. I just want to say, like, again, massive respect for coming on and telling your story, and I'm honoured to be able to help you tell it.
Thank you for letting us come on.
No, anytime. You are welcome back anytime, Rachel.
Thank you very much.
But normally I end these with saying, where can people find you? Do you want people to follow you on social media and follow your journey and stuff like that? Obviously, running the business and the retreats would be handy. But
so I don't have my name on social media anyway. I don't have Facebook. I've got Instagram. So Wasdale Trees. Wasdale Trees on Instagram.
Okay.
And then the Wild Northerner. I changed it a couple of weeks ago. I think it's the Wild Northerner 8.
Okay.
Now is the username. Yeah,
Nice.
but it's linked on my Instagram anyway.
Yeah, I'll put them both on the screen for people.
The
to
Wild
follow as well.
Northerner has a Facebook, but I'm not really too sure how to use it. So
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I'll give you some ad advice. I do Facebook ads all the time. I'll give you some advice. It's great.
I haven't been on Facebook since I was maybe 18, so it's like I don't have.
I'm on
the
social media
time.
too much. Like you'll see my face way too much. You'll have to unfollow me eventually because I'm sick of seeing this fucking bald mug.
I hate social media.
You got to use it as a tool.
I know. That's
Gotta
the
use
only
it.
reason why I'm using it now as a tool, but it's so toxic.
I've set timers on all my apps now. All my
Have
social
you?
media. Yeah. The only one I haven't set timer on is Instagram. Purely because I do a lot of messaging on there more so than Messenger. But everything else has timers. Facebook has, TikTok has, YouTube doesn't actually. It used to, but I stopped watching YouTube as much. So I'm not really fussed on it. I only watch it on my lunch breaks now. But I had to put timers on them because my screen time was too high and I was spending way too much involved in other people's shit.
It's not good for your brain.
It's not.
Yeah.
I felt so like, being on all the time.
Apparently, there was some research that came out. I was listening to a podcast, I can't remember what it was called, a few days ago, and it was on about ChatGPT and all social media is stopping you from learning. So people, and especially ChatGPT, if you're going on ChatGPT and you're asking it questions and it's telling you the answers, you're not learning, you're not growing.
Yeah, it's good for research and using it as a tool, but I think if people are going to it to, like, for example, like when I do the research on a guest, and I've said this before, I'm open about it, so when I do research on a guest or whatever, or I've had the phone call with them, like obviously I've written it all out. I had like 6 pages of notes on you, and I'll type it all up or whatnot, and then I'll put it in like an order, and I'll write the questions out of what I want to do, and then normally if they've got like say a bigger social media presence, I'll take the name, take the questions, run it through ChatGPT, and say find something that I might have missed, or add something to this that maybe you think fits better. And sometimes it comes back with absolute bullshit, and then sometimes it's like try saying it this way, and I'm like, oh, that actually makes more grammatical sense. So sometimes it's useful, but for example, if I was just to go write me a list of questions based around DV, that's taken away from me thinking about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's taken away my critical thinking, my lateral thinking. So I don't agree that it should be the first point of call.
Yeah.
But I find it very useful.
Just go read for 20 minutes
a
day. You have to read.
Well, most of these books I've read as well. So the only one I haven't read, I don't think, behind me is The Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. I haven't read that one, but the rest of them I'm pretty sure I've done.
You've got some good books. The Chimp Paradox.
Oh yeah, Chimp Paradox, classic.
Yeah.
We've got Ego is the Enemy. Fuck It by John C. Parkin is a great book. it's just him swearing through the whole thing and just telling you to say fuck it to a lot of stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
The Way of the Superior Man is a great book. I recommend reading it when you're a bit older, though, guys. when you read it as a 17-year-old, it's very impressionable and it's a very stoic book,
Yeah.
but it's not in a awful kind of way. I like it. It's one of my favorite books. And obviously Hot Sauce in there as well from the Hot Sauce challenge that we did.
Yeah. If I had a book, the title would be "It's Not Your Circus."
Do you have that tattooed somewhere?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? What's the meaning behind that phrase for you?
That other people aren't your circus. It's not your issue. It's not your problem.
Hmm.
Other people's happiness, anger, whatever they're going through, it's not yours.
I like that. I can't remember. There's a quote of that actually. I think I've seen somewhere. It's like, stop hanging around clowns and wondering why your life is a circus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes,
Mhm.
get rid of all the fucking clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's projection is not your projection.
Mm-hmm. I
Don't
love
take
it.
it personally.
I also don't take it personally from someone you're not personal with as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't even take it personally from someone you're not personal with.
Mm-hmm. Too many people like like obviously being a podcaster, I get comments on TikTok and stuff all the time. I just troll them back. I'm just like, keep commenting, bro, because you just boosted my video. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's watching the views creep up because I'm just like, no, you're wrong. Lol, hi. It's like,
I might start doing that.
just if you, because obviously I'll put clips of this out, and obviously you can have as much of this as you want.
Mm-hmm.
But like if anyone comments, which I don't get loads of comments, it's normally on my clips rather than the guest clips because I'll just clip the most controversial shit. But like I'll just troll them back.
It'll probably be blokes saying, "Well, what did you do?" Have you seen that on TikTok?
No, what?
Yeah. So the Wild Norman's got a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to stop going through it because a lot of like DV stuff was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And when women are telling the stories, it's just meant saying, "Well, what did you do to deserve that?"
Fucking hell. It's keyboard warriors. They would never say that in real life. They would
No, of
never
course
say
they
that.
wouldn't.
I don't know why they think it's acceptable to comment that
Yeah,
either.
it's not. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely wild.
Men do better.
Yeah.
Let's do part 2 where we just tell men how to get better at this shit.
Yeah.
Because I would love that.
Don't be sorry, do better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, Rachel, it's been fab to have you on, and I've loved, I'd say love hearing your story. It's a terrible story, but I think it's very powerful for people to hear, and I think it was needed saying, so thank you again for coming on.
You're very welcome.
And as always, guys, go and follow my guest today, Rachel, on the social media platforms. And if you are a woman listening, where actually is a good place for anyone listening who's going through this in their own life to, where can they turn? Do you know any organisations or places they can reach out to for help?
So, you've got Harbour,
Okay.
which is South Tyneside. You've got NDAS, which is Northumberland. But I'm going to be completely honest. Well, and you've got the Mindful Projects. So,
Yeah.
Thai fighting. Self-education.
Mm.
What I learned is you've only got yourself. It's just you. No one has come to save you.
Mm-hmm.
No one at all. Self-education is definitely the best.
Okay. I like that, yeah. Would you still recommend reaching out to people, though? Because obviously you had, what was the name? Sorry, Jemima.
If you've got friends and family, definitely speak to them. Your mum as well. Please always speak to your mum.
Mums are the best.
Yeah, they're all the best. But if it's organisations, Harbour and DAS for here, from around other areas, you would have to Google it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
But there's always someone there that can
Yeah.
help you. You're not alone in this, guys. You're not
No.
alone in this, guys. But I will just say, I know it sounds a bit cliche to say it afterwards, but I always have to say that you should like the podcast, follow the podcast as well. Give it the 5-star reviews, not the 4 stars, right? We only do 5 stars here.
Okay.
5-star
Yeah.
businesses. And as always, guys, I will see you in the very next episode. And until then, take care.